Hey Jets Nation, welcome back to another video on Jack Talks Jets. And today's topic is going to be about the New York Jets OTAs and my thoughts and breakdowns on the OTAs today. Jets currently wrapping up their final week of OTAs here. They are currently ending on June 6, 2025 before mandatory minicamp starts up soon for this New York Jets team. So let's break it down here. I have a few topics. I have a few key topics I want to talk about today. I might do a final OTAs video coming within the next few days. If you guys didn't see my most recent post on my community tab, you can go check that out right now. I will be focusing on doing at least 3 to 4 videos a week and at least one live stream every Friday. And I'll check up with you guys as well. If I need to change the day for live streams, I'll do that. I'll let you guys know right away. But right now, the plan is to do at least 3 to 4 videos a week. I want to keep you guys fresh, updated with fresh new content coming your way, as well as hopefully at least around one live stream every week. But yeah, that's basically the plan right now. Let's get right into the video again. Right back to OTAs here. Like I said, OTAs are ending June 6th. Mandatory minicamp is starting June 11th, I believe. And I can't wait, honestly. I can't wait to see this New York Jets team. The thing about this Jets team entering this season, right, is there's not really a lot of pressure for us this season, which is something I really like about this team this year. Just because over the past couple of years, I would say ever since like 2023 when the Jets traded for Aaron Rodgers, there's been a lot of pressure for this team. A lot of people are saying, Jets are finally going to make the playoffs this year, and they had the potential to. They really had the squad to do it. They just couldn't get it done. Right, so I'm glad this year is kind of like an experiment year. I've said this a few times, I believe, on the Next Gen Jets show over on Connor Long's channel. But yeah, that's just my thoughts about this season, which is why, I think it's going to be a fun season to react to. Obviously, we don't want to go like 5-12, 6-11, but realistically, you're probably going to go somewhere around 6-11 to 8-9 this year. I think in my prediction, I said 8-9 really because of this really, really easy schedule that we have this year. Who knows? Everything's probably not going to go the way I thought it would. Realistically, if I had to pick a realistic one, I think maybe looking back on that video now, I think maybe I was a little bit too over optimistic. But who knows? That schedule's very easy. I wouldn't be surprised if we go 9-8 at all. But don't really expect. I really don't expect this season to be anything special. Really, like I said, I really expect this to be, kind of like an experiment season for the Jets. But anyway, back to OTAs here. One of the key things, the first thing I'm going to start with Jets OTAs is that I'm very happy that most players are showing up to OTAs. The reason for this is because, it shows that these guys trust Aaron Glenn as their head coach, at least for now. And it's been stated by multiple players, right? I believe Quinn Williams said that. I believe Justin Fields said that. I could be wrong, but I believe Jamin Sherwood also said that. But I'm really happy to see most of the guys here at OTAs, and especially because these are optional, right? And I'm really happy to see most of the squad here. That just shows that they're dedicated to this team and they really believe in this team to become better. And that's really something you really need as an NFL team, right? You have to build this culture here, which I believe Aaron Glenn is doing. There's been a lot of things showing us that Aaron Glenn is trying to build a culture here, and he seems to be building one. I mean, all the players really seem to trust each other, kind of like a family here for the Jets organization. That's something you love to see, right? Because that's what this organization's been. This is what this organization's been missing for years now, right? A culture, right? We really thought we were going to get a culture when we got Aaron Rodgers, but instead we got a divided culture, really, even in the fans as well, right? So I really feel like hopefully by the end of this year, we'll have a true culture here and a true mindset to win football games, which is something you really need, especially as an organization like the Jets, who's been struggling a lot since 2011, right? We haven't made the playoffs in 15 years. I was 1 year old the last time we made the playoffs, right? And I'm turning 16 this year in September, and I don't even remember the last time we made the playoffs because, like I said, I was 1 year old then. So, I think it's very nice and refreshing to see players showing up to OTAs for this team, right? And I'm really looking forward to seeing how the rookies do this year. And we do have a rookie that I am going to be talking about this video, so stay watching for that. But the next topic I want to talk about is something that really caught my eye right here in OTAs is the quarterbacks wearing GoPros, right? I really feel like this is a very smart idea. A lot of people are thinking probably, the casual fan or just even me at first. I really thought when I first saw them, I was like, oh, it's a cool look. I thought it was just maybe just for looks or something, or just, just for social media to post on their social media. But no, the more I realize it, the more I realize how much the Jets can actually use that to their advantage, right? they're seeing Justin Fields' point of view, like they're seeing a quarterback's perspective. And if you see from a certain perspective, like a quarterback, you could see what they see and basically seeing what they need to work on. Like obviously the quarterbacks, like what they need to work on, even the offensive line, right? If the coaches aren't seeing something from the O line from the sidelines, they can see it through the quarterback camera, right? And I feel like that's very essential to making adjustments, making fixing errors here for Justin Fields. Even Tyrod Taylor, I saw Tyrod Taylor rocking one of those too. They look very good with them on. And speaking of Tyrod Taylor, he looks very good out there, especially for what a 36-year-old quarterback I believe he is now. He's still looking like he can be a solid starter in this league. And let's say Justin Fields does go down with an injury, I'd be a little concerned, obviously, right? One, because we lost our starting quarterback for at least a couple games or so if that's the injury. Two, we're probably going to run a run-first offense this year, and Taylor does have a lot of experience with running, yes, but again, he's getting old. He's probably not as mobile as he was in 2017 or 2016, right? So those are just the only really two concerns I have with Taylor, but other than that, I really trust him a lot to be this veteran presence in this quarterback room and even this whole football locker room here. I really trust this guy to really hold the band together because he's shown he's a good leader over the course of his NFL career, even as a backup, right? He's not one of those starters, or he's a very humble NFL player, which I really like. I really like that about Tyrod Taylor. I really do. So that's why I'm really happy to have him in this quarterback room. So anyway, those quarterback GoPros, again, they can be very useful to the head coaches or to the coaches on this team, especially Tanner Engstrand, our new offensive coordinator, to see what he has to fix or to see what's doing right? So I feel like that's a very key part of this. And speaking again of the quarterbacks, Justin Fields' passing apparently has improved. According to an article by Nick Faria on Jets X Factor, Justin Fields' passing looks greatly improved this offseason. But, obviously we've seen that he has struggled with passing in the passing in the past. And, deep balls aren't exactly his best. He's very very shaky, I guess you could say, when it comes to passing. He really needs to work on that. And it seems like so far during OTAs, that's one of the main things he's been working at. I'm excited to see how Justin Fields improves his passing game this year, especially if they want to feed Garrett Wilson the ball as much as possible, like Aaron Glenn said. But the only really issue is we don't have a true definitive wide receiver 2 yet, which isn't good at all. I'm really hoping the Jets can go out and sign a guy like Amari Cooper or Keenan Allen so far. Just before at least training camp comes, so they have time to click with the newer Jets offense. And so, yeah, I'm really happy to see that there is signs of Justin Fields passing and improving. That's something, he really needs in his career to elevate himself as an NFL starting caliber quarterback, right? So then the last thing I want to talk about this video, like I said earlier in the video, there will be a rookie mentioned in this video, and it's none other than rookie tight end Mason Taylor. And apparently, he's improving a lot during OTAs as well. According to a lot of scouting reporters, his blocking has really been, and according to Aaron Glenn as well, his blocking has really improved from when he was from his days at LSU in college, right? Because as we all know, Mason Taylor isn't the best blocker at all. In fact, I don't think he's a good blocker at all. But from what I'm hearing from OTAs and scouting reporters and even Aaron Glenn, his blocking has greatly improved. And that's all you can ask for in a tight end, especially a rookie tight end. If you really want a true caliber starting good tight end in this league, you need to be good at receiving and blocking. I think Taylor's good at receiving. It's just I thought he was terrible at run blocking at LSU, which is one of my main factors of why I didn't really like the pick. Because for me, my ideal draft was Tyler Warren at 7, Ariante Ursery at 42 to secure your right tackle spot, Trey Harris at 73. Right, those were the top 3 picks for me. Right, obviously we didn't get a receiver till Arian Smith, and apparently he's doing good in OTAs as well. So far, a lot of people are saying he could be our wide receiver 2 come week 1. I would love to see that, right? But I don't really have enough evidence to prove that he is going to be our wide receiver 2 or prove that he is going to be good in this league, right? And it's kind of hard to predict right now. A, because he's a rookie. B, we're only in OTA, so we have to see come week 1, right? But anyway, right. It's a good sign to see that Mason Taylor's doing this, of course, right? Because, like I said, I wasn't a fan of the pick. I actually really didn't like the pick at all. I really thought, like I said, we should have gone after, at that point, since we already drafted Armand Membo, I thought we should have gone after Trey Harris in that pick, right? And even if we drafted Trey Harris, a lot of people were saying, oh, Mason Taylor and Harold Fenton Jr. would have been picked already, which Harold Fenton Jr. was picked before Jets at 73 going at Gunnar Helm, right? Gunnar Helm was still available. We could have gotten him, but that's in the past. We're focused on the present now. Mason Taylor is impressing at OTAs. That's a site that all Jet fans should be really excited about. And yeah, that's it so far. That's it for this video, guys. Again, you can see on the graphic below, road to 300 subscribers. Let's hope to get there within the next couple of weeks. Again, if you have a Jets fan or sports fan that if you know any Jets fans or sports fans that really like sports podcasts, especially video podcasts, tell them to check out Jack Talks Jets. This is the place to be if you want a Jets podcast. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you guys liked it, make sure to hit that like button. If you're new, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Again, road to 300, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out, Jet fans.